Just a second. Let's check whether we are live. Yes, I think we are already streaming live. So, good evening, everyone. Over to you, Bhavneet.
Good evening, everyone present over here. Like every year, International Women's Day will be celebrated with a unique theme. While the United Nations has designated this year's theme as Invest in Women, accelerate process with a focus on addressing economic disempowerment. The campaign theme for this year is Inspire Inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, today it is with immense joy and pride that I stand before you today as we gather to celebrate extraordinary occasion, the recognition and celebration of women in the workforce across various domains. On behalf of InnovaWorld, I, Bhavneet Kaur, extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guest of the day, each an epitome of excellence and achievement in their respective fields. Firstly, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Sudeshna Mukherjee, whose dedication to the medical profession serves as an inspiration to all of us. We are honored to have you. Now, next, I welcome to Dr. Divya, an entrepreneur whose innovative spirit and determination have passed the way of for success. Your presence here today is truly appreciated, Dr. Divya. We are also privileged to have with us Jenny Ellen, an engineer whose integrity as expertise have contributed scientifically to her field. Welcome, Miss Jenny. A special welcome to Miss Pallavi, as accomplished actress whose talent and versatility have captivated audience worldwide. Your presence add a touch of glamour to our event, Miss Pallavi. Join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Swami Dutta, a respected professor whose passion for education has inspired countless students. We are honored to have you with us, Dr. Swami. We are delighted to welcome Ms. Twinkle Chatterjee, a dedicated researcher whose commitment to advancing knowledge is commendable. Your contributions are invaluable, Ms. Twinkle. Lastly, but certainly not least, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Sujuta Ghosh, a mother whose dedication and strength embody the essence of womanhood. Your presence here today is deeply appreciated, Dr. Sujata. As we gather here today to celebrate remarkable achievements of women in the workforce across various domains, it is my privilege to extend a warm welcome to each one of you. I'm deeply honored to have the opportunity to host this event, and I'm filled with gratitude towards our esteemed founder, Mrs. Ashwarya Dhara, and our Chief Executive, Papaya Dhara, for their visionary leadership in on organizing this gathering. Mrs. Ashwarya Dhara, a luminaire in her own right, is not only the founder of Innova World but also a researcher expert in aerovehicle designs optimization. Her expertise in retrofit design and emerging technology has propelled her to the forefront of innovation in her field. As an academic and entrepreneur, she has inspired countless individuals with her passion for knowledge and her relentless pursuit of excellence. Mrs. Dhara's involvement as the NASA Space App local lead and her status as a gold medalist further underscore her remarkable achievements and dedication to advancing scientific exploration. Her leadership and vision have been instrumental in shaping the culture of innovation and inclusivity that defines Innova World. And I have no doubt that her leads will serve as a source of inspirations for all of us. As we mark on the journey of celebration and recognition, let us reflect on the remarkable achievement of these exceptional women and draw inspiration from their stories. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to you and every one of you. Now, I request Mrs. Aishwarya Dhara ma'am to take a charge and officially start the event.
Thank you so much, Bhavneet, for a lovely introduction. So, top of that, I would like to welcome all the beautiful women which are with us right now. And thank you. In a very short notice, you have graced this event to make a successful one. Hopefully, it will be a successful one. And the motto of this event is very simple. To as we have gathered here, all are from different domain. So each domain has different challenges, different struggle, different motivation, different phase of life. So today we have gathered here to you know to spark a light so that the coming generations, or there are some women out there who are thinking to do something in their life, so they can bring spark within themselves. This is the only motto for this event. So we have a different background people. There are some engineers, some are mother with the engineer, entrepreneur, we have professor, we have researcher, even we have a artist, actress, and we have a doctor. They will be joining us shortly because, as you know, this Women's Day, it's one of the day to celebrate for a woman. And as COVID has brought this scenario to celebrate in a mode of webinars and virtual modes, so this is one of the way to bring the people together, and that's why we are in this platform. And thank you everyone for accepting my invitation in a very short notice. And thank you everyone. So before that, this is what we are going to do here. We have three rounds of this the way to celebrate Women's Day. First round is a motivational section. That motivational section in the sense that what makes you to bring into this particular field. Maybe you're a professor, you're entrepreneur, you're engineer. What makes you motivated? And second round is for the rapid fire. So that I'm gonna ask you a question and you have to answer for it. Okay, it's gonna be challenging, so buckle up for that. And the third round is kind of a Q&A session that it's going live. Some of our audience are watching us, and some of our bunch of students have asked some couple of questions. So that we are going to discuss in this session. So hope it is going to be interesting one. So first going with Sujata, Dr. Sujata. Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for such
Yeah,
lovely
thank you for
introduction.
Yeah, thank you for, first of all, thank you for accepting our invitation in a very short notice. And Sujata, so please introduce yourself and tell me that what motivates you to who you are today in this place.
Introduction as a sales, you are telling my professional introduction or as a person, should I
Anything,
introduce?
as a person, that is
Oh,
very important. Rather
uh,
than professional is there, but as a person is also very important because you're also a mother of a
uh,
child.
so, hi. My name is Sujata Ghosh Chakrabarti, and I completed my PhD with electronics engineering background, and then I joined corporate world. So there I am. I'm in R&D section, so kind of research activities I need to do for semiconductor industry. And from personal front, I am a mother of a around 2-year-old child. So uh, how can I say? I know every one of us is making our path in different field, but to like working mother, all of us know this is a like kind of work life balance is a little tricky, because if we are suppose we started our career with our parents is quite smooth. We don't have to make them understand for anything. They will understand everything. But with husband also things are smooth for me, no issue from my in-law side and anyone. But a child, he always want mother. He doesn't understand anything other than like parents or anything, since we are like staying outside for our work, not in West Bengal. So like
So, Sujata, how do you actually balance this work life and motherhood. That is also a very important.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm fortunate, as I can say, my colleagues are good and I get good support from my family too. Uh, but definitely, there are some, say, my male colleagues who works up to say 1 p.m. in night or 2 p.m. in night or overnight work. Although they may be a father, but they are working overnight. That is not possible for me in any way. So, but yeah, uh, you need to be extra productive if you are going to stay in the same pace and you are telling that I believe in equalism, then you need to be in the like somewhere more productive. Whatever time we are getting in between, we have to utilize that in a more efficient way than a male colleague. That is my own thing, because at least from my perspective, I know a female colleague only can understand what you are going through. A male colleague will never understand what is the actual issue.
Absolutely.
That
Yes.
happens, I think, in every field. Whether you, like, I talk to a few of my friends are
Mm-hmm.
also doctors or fewer professors. I know this is same for everything. If both partners are also professors, a lady professor need to sacrifice something more for family. And that is if you become a mother, that way you will understand, uh, like at least for few years when he is a toddler, he or she, that time you will feel this kind of sacrifice you can make. Maybe after 4 or 5 years when he will start working, that time career will feel more attractive. But
Yes.
currently, if I seeing his face, I feel it's okay, I can leave this promotion, I will work for next year, this kind of. But I will not take up this project, I will work on this project, this extended project, that thing. But yeah, my work is little bit on semiconductor industries, and more of my colleagues are from us, are from MIT or like those kind of Caltech. So they actually push more. Like every day they want us to understand some research, something. So in a way, I told you, more productive. You have to be more productive in the time when you are getting the time. For me, it's mostly in the daytime when he's sleeping or playing with someone. I try to be, but afterward in the night time, I can't give any time to anyone in the world. Like
I
so,
think this is what women. That's how we women and men get differentiated. I
yeah,
think
that is very true, Aishwarya. I know, like, if suppose, like, when you are discussing, you are sharing a space with a partner, even if life partner, for any
yes,
work,
yeah.
anything is okay, done. Anything can be done halfway, or you can do a later, like less work. Your partner can do more work. But with a child, there is no like other option. You have to take the biggest share, whatever his father is doing. But the child will ask for his mother. That is the point.
That is
So,
the huge challenge, right?
yeah.
I would like to know some insights from Dr. Shomi ma'am and Janani Charles. They're also, I think, a part of it.
So,
You'd like to share anything?
Yeah, hi, lovely ladies. Happy International Women's Day, and thank you, Aishu, for bringing us to this platform and to share our how the difficulties we faced to be here today. We feel extremely privileged to be here, and I'm
Thank you.
so grateful for this opportunity. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am an aerospace engineer. I'm working with Boeing India. I have around 12 years of experience, and what makes me special to be here is that I am the one who went through a break in my career, and I came back, resumed my job. I never thought I would do that when I took the break. When I was like almost 4 years experienced with aerospace industry, working for Airbus and all, and different projects, and I had to get committed with the marriage and move out of the city. So I went to the city where there is no opportunity for my me to pursue my career any further. So I have decided to quit. That at that point of time, it felt like a good decision. I wanted to, immerse myself in, commitment, full fledgedly. So I took that decision and moved out of the city from Bangalore to my native place, and I got married, I settled, and then child came into the picture. And right now my daughter is about 7 years old, and when that happened continuously, I had to take almost 3 years of break until my daughter has become 2 years old.
Mm.
Then I felt like some vacuum in my life, like I was not, completely productive. Yeah, I was a homemaker, but not much of the work I could do at being a homemaker. I was being supportive of my husband, but I felt I could do more. That passion was always there inside me, I would say. Like then I had to, I was like started nagging my husband, is there any way I can get back to my work? Can you be a little more supportive? Can we do something? I had a toddler too, yeah. By the time my daughter was only 1 and close to 2 years old. But then I wanted to get back. I had that idea, and through my ex-colleagues, and this opportunity came. And with no clue, I had attended this interview, and that break, 3 years of break was bothering me a lot because I was out of
It's a lot.
the industry.
Giving a break in a career, especially those who are from the very beginning, starting of their life, they have started into it. No, it's very difficult. I really agree with that.
Correct. So when I quit, never thought I would come back, right? So everything erased from my brain. I was like in a different zone, phase, I would say.
How
So
you face interview, after 3 years of break, and again, because you were in Airbus, then Boeing, then it was a really a different phase, right? So
yeah.
how you get back to those phases?
For that, I must say I should give the credit to Boeing also. I don't want to be selfish here. I will not say I have gotten all that, training or enhancing my skills, sharpen my career development goals. I know that nothing has done only from my end. When I decided to join back, Boeing had helped me a lot.
Okay.
Initially they gave me extra trainings, helping me to adapt to the new work culture. Everything happened in the initial few days, and I was also managing the toddler, as I told you. So family always the priority, right? More than family, child comes first, more than work. So balancing initially was very, very difficult. I still remember those days, and it gives me goosebumps, like how did I come across those days like that. So I crossed it by the help, by the support I got from my work environment, the support I got from my family side. Everyone is part of it. So I'm like greatly blessed with such a supportive environment. I'm so glad it happened. And nowadays we have plenty of other facilities which is offering, right? I was working in a company where the crush was provided,
Yeah.
so it was sponsored also. I didn't have to pay from my pocket. It was sponsored also. So I made use of that. So even though I had this difficulty, the support I got was good, immense. So that made me to come back to the work culture, and made me to adapt to the new situation as well.
So I hope those who are watching this, the life that the phase that Janani has passed on. So it's really difficult, balancing then first having a child, then shifting locations from Bangalore to Chennai, and then struggling for so many years, then again getting a job, right?
Correct.
It's a completely different phases of life you have gone through. So yes, next I would like to hear from Dr. Shomi. Ma'am, please.
Yes, am I audible to all of you?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, happy Women's Day to all of you. So first of all, it is very much I'm feeling honored that I'm invited here and I'm just interacting with you all. But with a heavy heart, I'm telling you this. But still, we women need to celebrate this International Women's Day because separately we have to mention this that this celebration is required, and when not at all, it is especially too much highlighted in case of International Men's Day. because still how much we can do as per our ability. We all are doing in all respect, but still definitely some of the lacking are there. I'm not telling you that is the lacking from our effort. Actually, that is how socio-culture environment is there. So if it is the effect and how we are also part of it. So I am an associate professor in the University of Sister Nivedita University in Kolkata, and I have done my BTech in IT, in information technology. Then I have completed my MTech, and I was the first gold medalist there. And after that, I joined another institution, IEM, Institute of Engineering and Management. And with this career, I have chosen the PhD program. After 1 year of my MTech, I enrolled there and I was continuing. In between, I had my marriage. And definitely, especially, I want to thank my family, my parents, my brother, everyone, because they are very, very supportive. I also having a daughter. She is 7 years old right now, but I luckily, as the family support is too good, and definitely all the support from my office and from my mentors, those who are my PhD mentors, everybody was too supportive. Otherwise, I couldn't complete each and everything in a perfect time. So I know after my child was born, she born in 2017, and I completed my PhD in 2019. It was really very, very hard because a different organization we are in, private or in government, wherever the pressure is here. And especially if I want to look myself in some leadership role, there are so many challenges comes, because after achieving your educational criteria, fulfilling criteria, all this, and if you're being more ambitious, so definitely after a certain period of time, you definitely required some appreciation, some of the leadership role. That is all we expect. And apart from this, also I am continuously doing my research work, but still this is very, very true, because as I'm having a marriage, I'm going through a marriage, and I'm having a kid, some of the other way I have to, and every day I'm compromising with some of the things. Though I must tell that I'm very ambitious, every time I have this much into that, I like to do the progress, but still, and whatever the things come, if I have any chances to my help my students in another way, apart from the teaching, that also I try to do. And also I love teaching as to do this job actually. So apart from the scheduled time, many times I try to spend with my students for different sort of research work. Also I have many international collaboration there. Also one trend I have seen, I have more than 22 edited books. If we go through the books, you will see in the editor list, most are men who are the editors.
True, true.
So there are a number of women are actually very less. So it is not that is in throughout the world, there are no researchers. Definitely many good researchers, many professionals are there, but the ratio is not equal. So because of the fact that if I have to engage myself, your career is also like your child. So parallelly, if you have to give both the same thing to each and everyone, and definitely some of the other way, if you can be the most valuable earning member also of your family, but still at the end of the day, some of the commitment, the society, the family, each and everyone will be asking for you, because you are a female person, you are a woman, and some kind of affection also your child is also expecting from you. That is not really he or she is feeling comfortable with somebody else. So definitely we cannot, being a human being, we are women, we have ambitions, we have a good career path, but we cannot avoid any of the things for our self development. After a certain time, you will definitely feel that I have to do a lot of things for my next generation also at the same time. So the mother care nature what God has given us. So with this phenomena, we are definitely being beautiful to take care of our office, of our house, but still some of the dissatisfaction sometimes, maybe I believe that all of us in some other time used to carry in between us, that some more thing I can do in my life if I
Oh,
have some
definitely.
less burden. That is really, I feel it.
Ma'am, nicely say that career is kind of a child and that has to be nourished with the care, right? Truly said. I really like. I just got a goosebump by hearing that word. True.
Yes,
And
and
also,
after a certain year, after serving a certain year in your career, when you will go to an administrative position, then to channelize all different sort of activities, you have to be more time-taking job actually it is. When you have started as fresher, then you can do your job and within the time you can come back. But
Mhm.
when you are going on in a decision authority, you are trying to become, you are going in an administrative role, so more time you also have to give to them. Because if you see, if a child is going and for board exam at the age of 14, 15, so how you try to give more time for the board exam in your career also, when you will reach up to that particular point, so definitely you will be getting some good role and you will be getting some good benefits where you have to give more importance. So some of the other time we have to choose any of this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I had so many questions in my mind, but I will come to in the rapid fire those questions.
Sure, sure.
All right. Hi, Shadeshna, you are here, right?
Me? Am I audible?
Yeah,
You can
you're
hear me?
absolutely
Yeah.
audible. Yeah,
Hi, thank you, Aishwarya, for having me here. Hi, everyone. Happy Women's Day to all.
yeah. Uh, Sudeshna, we'll have three rounds with us. Okay. So first
Okay.
one is a motivation round. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And second is going to be our rapid fire round. Okay. Where I'm going to ask you a random question randomly.
Okay. Okay.
And the last one is a Q&A session from the audience, if there is any
Yeah.
questions. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So, okay,
Okay.
Sudeshna, tell me that what motivates you that, can you tell me something about your career, about yourself, you know?
Yeah. So, hello, everyone. And it was nice hearing from two of you. I just joined. Sorry, I had my patients, so I had to join late. What I would like to say is I am a psychiatrist basically. I have done my MBBS from Bakura Medical College and then my MD from Neil Ratan Sarkar Medical College, Kolkata. So after like I had done my postgrad in pathology. So after doing that, after practicing pathology for say 1.5 years, I gradually found out that this is not my call kind of. I had everything. I was earning quite a good amount of money and I had done my postgraduate degree and my husband is also a surgeon. So he had also completed his postgrad and we were doing good. We got married and we were settled in Kolkata itself. But then after some time, I just felt like this is not what I really want to do in life actually. So I appeared for All India entrance again. I prepared for all the 21 subjects we studied in whole of MBBS again. And then I like cracked my for a second time I cracked my postgrad and then I took up psychiatry because this is what I really wanted to do. And then the main problem what I had was since I was married and we were actually UG friends. We were from the beginning of MBBS we were friends. So my partner has always been supportive. He always knew that this is what I wanted to do. So there was not a big problem in that. But after like you get married, if you take a leap of a very different kind of you go somewhere for 3 years. What I did was I did my psychiatry from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So, and there were no seats for psychiatry postgrad in Kolkata then. So what happened was I had to make that choice that after being in marriage for some years, I will take up a postgrad which is away from my state and which is completely to a different western part of the country with a different culture and for a certain period of time I have to stay away and it was so far so I cannot like frequently come back to Kolkata and meet and either my parents or and I really have no one in the western part of the country, so I don't have anybody at Gujarat and Ahmedabad. No relative was there. So still I started and I went off to Ahmedabad and I had no clues actually because I basically always loved kind of experiments. So I was very eager to go and try that how the culture looks like, how people are there, what will I do with a new subject and all. And I love talking to people. I love talking to patients. I really love my job. So I really went there with all enthusiasm. But then, after 1 year, COVID happened, which all came out of the blue. And that was a real blow because during those Corona times, actually, there was no communication. So we had planned that every few months we'll come, I'll go, or my parents will come, or my relatives will come. So सब बंद हो गया, कुछ नहीं था. I was all alone there, and like what happens is जब भी आप when you go to a very new place, not everybody knows you. Like basically, when I was in Bengal, I had studied in different medical colleges. I had my people. Everybody knew what kind of a doctor I am, what kind of a student I am. So in those cases, what happens is even if you have some slips, if you have some, like you have not been so perfect, people know that what you are and they will give you chances. But जब भी आप नए जगह पे जाते हो and you are judged like anything because they don't know you and it is not their fault. So the culture is different and our body language is different, their body language is different. So I really spent a hell of a time for some time, COVID ke time pe. But that whole part of my life has really taught me so many things. Like because COVID was so unexpected, the medical field changed completely. Then like the way I adapted, being completely alone there and surviving and going on with seeing patients, even when I myself was depressed, I was anxious and I was treating psychiatry patients basically. So then I learned really, I think empathy is all we can have for people. And on my worst days, I have seen that if like I am sad and I am depressed, but I talk to someone and somebody's mood is elevated because of me, because of talking to me, somebody feels good, that automatically improves my mood. So there is, I didn't used to, I never believed this thing that people say like, आप सेवा करोगे तो आपका भी अच्छा होगा and all that. But I have really felt it, like, if you do good for people somewhere, like there will be some way that it will come back to you.
Just
So
like in
those days,
now.
yeah. So that was wonderful. And just being in this kind of profession, psychiatry and all, I really get to hear a lot of stories, which is from women also, obviously, because many a times women can't say things at home, which they come and tell to the doctor. So I get to hear many sad kind of stories also, which does impact me, but we have to stay neutral. So, and we have to find some solution and support women. But in the field of mental health and all, what I have still seen is still women mental health is neglected like anything. Especially that Shomi ma'am was saying that pregnancy, marriage, everything is kind of okay. It is a happy thing, but it is stressful also. Like marriage is a change, pregnancy is a change. So everything affects mental health in many ways. But what happens is women are thought to be so super perfect, and like we are worshipped like that. That you are a woman, so you will do anything. So that has got into our own heads. I'm not telling if always people are telling you to be perfect. It is inside our own head. If I cannot balance, I myself am restless. So it is not that only my partner is telling me or my office person is telling me. मैंने खुद देखा है that even after marrying, somebody goes to college, then office. That girl comes and tells me कि मैम मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I'm not performing like previously. Okay, so it is in her own mind. ऐसा नहीं है कि office people are telling. So we have our we have that disease of perfection in our own mind. So for that, what is happening is we are suffering from a lot of stress because pregnancy. Along with that, there are mental health issues related with postpartum pregnancies. Post pregnancy, pre pregnancy, every phase comes with a lot of stress. But what happens is we try to conceal everything and manage, and that leads to a lot of issues which like accumulate and come back later. So what happens is like I really respect women for like what however they are managing in all the fields. I really talk to a lot of women. So and after even coming back home for us doctors actually there is no relief because people even call us 9 p.m. 10 p.m. And in our profession, you cannot say कि मुझे बात नहीं करना है. Just, like, it is not right because somebody is suffering basically. So I think it is very important in professions, which cover your whole day kind of, that you maintain a balance between your work and family, because overall our life is about everything, and obviously ambition is a big part, and it makes our day. But family and other responsibilities are also important. So I would wish that if we keep on striving, like discussing in webinars like this, or in our office, now people have mental wellness kind of platforms also, where women come and discuss their stresses. So that helps a lot. If you talk it out with someone, you vent out to someone. So if such things are organized, I guess women will be able to balance better.
Thank you so much, Deshna, for your wonderful insight. And now we have Divya, Dr. Divya Janeja. Please share some sort of insights and what motivates you to bring here.
Okay, hi Aishwarya and hi everyone. So my name is Dr. Divya Janeja, and first of all, happy International Women's Day. I think this is our day, and we should be celebrating it in a more beautiful way always. So let me introduce myself. So I'm Divya, and I'm working as actually I'm doing a lot of things all together. So I'm working as a lecturer for an Australian university right now in Vietnam, and I'm also an HR consultant. I'm running my own consultancy as well, and I'm a startup mentor where I'm mentoring more than 25 startups till now. And I'm also working with Aon. Aon is another consultancy which is a part of Aon Habit as an HR consultant. So this is what I'm doing right now, and I can actually got inspired a lot by what Sudeshna was saying, because I know how it is to be alone, because I'm living here alone in Vietnam, and I've built everything here myself, like from finding apartment to getting this job to settle down into a new country which is quite different from the country where I used to be before coming here. So and because I'm working with Australian university here, so I think I'm dealing with three different cultures altogether, because when I'm in office I feel like I'm in Australia, when I'm at my place I feel like I'm in Vietnam, and actually I'm an Indian. So it's like I'm dealing with three different cultures altogether, but it's actually fun. But things have always not been so good to me as well, because I married when I was very young. I completed my MBA and then I got married, and meanwhile also I started my PhD. But unfortunately that didn't work well, so we decided that okay, we are not continuing with this mutually. And then after getting out of that marriage, I was like, really, now what I am going to do? Is it there anything left for me to do, even how I'm going to carry my life? Because before that I was actually a very protected child, where my mom was not even allowing me to go to the market and buy books myself. I was so protected. But later on I realized that no, this is not how life is going to be. I have to do myself. So I moved from my place to Chandigarh. I started working in Chandigarh with Aishwarya, and I was really lucky to have her as my roommate. So she supported me initially a lot to come out of that bad life, as well as to get settled down in Chandigarh. And I think that's where, that's what we call as women supporting women. And this is what she has done for me. Yeah, and I really appreciate her efforts. And still now, I think she is the biggest supporter for me and many other women, across there. So then we had good time there. I established my job. I started living in a new life in a new city with no one in my family was there. It's just me, Aishwarya, and some of our other hostel mates and office mates. And then eventually I started building my career. I finished my PhD, and once I finished my PhD, I applied for the international job, and I got this opportunity where I'm working right now. And meanwhile, yes, because entrepreneurship was always my forte apart from HR, because I have my dual specialization in HR and entrepreneurship, both in my MBA and PhD. So I started working with some of these startups. I started mentoring them, helping them to settle down with their product development, settle down with their branding and employee management. And then later on, I started working with Aon as well. And now this is where I am, this is what I'm doing. And I think that whatever happened, if you are resilient, if you have courage, if you just think that yes, I can do it, I think that that thing is enough for us to live our dream life. And I can proudly say that yes, this is my dream and this is where I am. I'm living my dream life right now.
Wonderful, Divya. Thank you. And of course, I remember the struggle during our COVID time, especially. And because we were, both from different state, we are, blocked and chalked up in the Chandigarh. So nowhere to go, right? Yeah. Anyways, thank you, Divya. And now the final turn with the Twinkle Chatterjee.
Yes, I've been taking all notes from everybody, like so many different stories. Been taking like small points that I've learned from all of you. Yeah, happy International Women's Day to all of us again. So, to introduce about myself, I'm currently a research student at IIT Kharagpur, and I don't know why Ashwarya has written that, but thank you. She's mentioned the word influencer in my like introduction.
You have 9K followers, so I have to.
Everybody keeps calling me that, but I'm not that. I basically call myself like a front bencher with backbencher activities, because I love doing a lot of things. I'm into academics, I'm into public speaking, I do like professional anchoring at fests and all. Then I love doing dance. I've been dancing since the age of 3. I love doing a lot of things. I do creative stuff, like all these posters that you see. I have designed it and I put it because none of the websites that were serving online could serve my personal interests. So, these are everything, and I just got inspired by all of you. Dr. Sujata was saying, like life with when you're staying with your mother is very smooth, but when you build your life by yourself, it's very tough. Like I know, like I guess Shudeshna was talking about this, that when you're at your home with your parents, you get like everything so easily. Like you can ask your mother about anything and you'll get it very easily. But when you're alone, you have to do everything by yourself. And I always feel like, how am I going to manage? Everything is so tough. But now when I hear to all these stories, I'm like, I'm basically traumatized, like by marriage, by like the idea of having a kid. Life is only going to get tougher is what I feel now. But like Divya said, like if you have resilience, you can like manage everything. So I'm like highly optimistic currently. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice, Twinkle. So, Twinkle, what makes you to be, apart from doing in a culture, as you are dancing, singing, anchoring, and also be a researcher, right? How do we actually balance this system?
Like I would like to quote what my professor, like my guide says, that like you will always have your interests and your hobbies, and you will also have work. So just don't take work as work. Take interest in what you're doing, complete whatever you're supposed to do, and then when you are a little bored, or like a little like bored of your work, you can take time out for your other activities also. So you do not have to be so stressed about balancing things. Like if let's say I also do podcasts and stuff like that, but it's not like I have to make a routine that every week I have to do a podcast, every week I have to do these many hours of study. It's not that way. Like I'll take work very lightly and I try to enjoy my work. Like if I'm running a code, I will know that like whatever is supposed to be done, I'll just do it. And then if I have time, I'll take out for my hobbies also. So I don't have to like stress about like balancing. Take life easy, that's the only thing.
All right, all right. Now, with you, I will start with a rapid round. Is it okay with you?
Yeah, fine.
All right. So now we'll move
How do
on to
I have
our
a hamper here? Inspired by coffee with Karan.
no worries. Questions are not that difficult, but I just try to make something interesting. So I have made some 5 or 6 questions based on your domain. Okay. So first of all, Twinkle, are you proud to be a woman?
Obviously. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
you are. It's not like
I
that.
love being a woman. I'll tell you something. Like in my family, I have discussed this with my mother quite a lot of times. Like she might be watching this today. I've sent her the link. I hope she does. I know she will. Okay. So whenever we have this conversation, she always tells me how she always wanted a girl so that she could like doll her up in with like cute stuff and everything. So I always love being a woman. And in my family also, it has never been like being a woman is tough. Yeah, obviously those things are there, but we've always seen the brighter side of it, and we've loved being what we are. So yeah.
Okay, imagine you are the topmost influencer. So how are you gonna serve to the society?
First of all, I don't see the word influencer the way it is perceived to be. Like in Durga Puja pandals, I see if a known Bengali film star comes in, people are rushing towards that actor. But if, let's say, a person who has worked like for 12 months, for 13 months behind an entrance exam is not celebrated at all, how many times do we remember the name of a all India ranker, like a rank 1 or rank 2? Nobody remembers. We hardly remember. But everybody remembers Dev or anybody who's a Tollywood star or something of that sort. Maybe their struggles are also important, but I don't see the word influencer that way. So what I would do to the society is I would try and do creative stuff, because that is what I love doing. So I haven't thought of it that way, but I will try and use my creativity in a way that people benefit from it. So yeah, that way.
So as you have mentioned that people don't remember the toppers. Suppose if they got top in a joint entrance exam, or whether they got in IITs, or whether they got in any other like 12th exams. So do you think that should be, this is a gap in our society?
It
Not only in,
definitely is.
not only in your country, or sorry, your state, but maybe in other state as well. Don't you think this is a problem? For 2 days, 3 days, people will remember it. Even the same goes with the IS officer. How many people know them? How many people know the Indian researchers?
Hmm.
One day the pictures come up, and next day they just close the chapter. So do
Yeah.
you think that as you are a researcher, the work of a researcher is to join or create a breach between the gap? So I hope you will think about it and do
Yeah.
something. Okay, let's move to the next question. Can
I
you
would like
dis-
to I would like to say something on that.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
was for a brief amount of time I was working in a product based company which is based in
Okay.
US. So just the other day I was talking to my manager, like my ex manager, okay, on WhatsApp, and we were talking about this person called Ori. Do you all know about who Ori is? Like most of us know. And he clearly was like, "Who is Ori?" I was like, "Everybody knows Ori." Like he was, and the next question.
Sorry, Twinkle. I had a question. I actually don't know who is he actually. I
Yeah,
picture only, but
I'll
in what background, what he
yeah.
does. I just want to know from you. Like
Yeah, so Ori is basically his nickname, like the cooler version of his name. So what he says that he does is in very simple terms, he goes and clicks pictures with these so-called movie stars and influencers, and he has a particular pose also. If you see the pictures, you'll understand. So he clicks in that pose and he charges a certain like hefty amount of money, and that is why he's famous. Now, when I was talking to I'll come to your question, Sudhata. So when I was talking to this person yesterday, he was like, "What does he do?" And both of us were confused. Like he tells all these stupid things, like he's a liver and all these things, but these are not things that a person can do to earn money. Like these days, we celebrate such people like Ori and such other people who have literally faced lesser struggles than people who are in the academic industry, who are not celebrated at all, like doctors, professors. We are not celebrated at all. So clearly, to answer you, I do not clearly know what he does. I just know this much, that he gets invited to an Ambani wedding just to get pictures clicked. I don't know why and what he does, but that is it. So what I have been trying doing on my YouTube channel also, which is called House of Twinkle, quick promotion. So what I do over there is I also do all these podcasts because I love talking. Like Sudeshna said, I also love talking. So I bring up all these entrepreneurs, like academic people, like professors, like the allegedly boring people, and converse with them in a non-boring way so that we get to know about their struggles. And I have made all these podcasts with like ed tech founders and all these people who are in the academic industry. And I will always try and promote not like bringing these influencers as mega stars in an event. I will always bring a professor or maybe somebody from the academic background, because I feel they have a lot more potential than these so-called influencers. Please don't call me an influencer. I hate that word. I don't know why people are calling me that. I just don't want to be called that. I'm maintaining my LinkedIn so that I can post, I can write, and I can connect with people. That's it.
Okay, Twinkle. I have a next question for you. What if I keep, there is one room. Imagine there is one room. If I keep you in the room, along with that, imagine you have PM Modi ji with you. So, what sort of discussions we will make with him? As you love talking.
Okay. Keeping aside political
No, keep
stuff,
that thing aside. No politicals. It can be just imagine some ex person is PM. So, what kind of discussions you will have with that particular person?
maybe I'll have to think about this. I don't want to be very quick with answering this question because I never thought about this. I might think about this and maybe write up a LinkedIn post and tag you someday. Okay, I'll properly think about this and then answer.
All right, all right. Thank you, Twinkle. That's all for your questions because the questions which I have already prepared, you have already answered for that. So, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Next, we will move with Sujata.
Oh,
Sujata,
okay. Thank you. Yeah,
audible?
Aishwarya, please.
Okay.
By the way, I just want to tell Twinkle something. May I? Like when she
Yeah,
was
sure,
talking
sure. So, this is a platform where
during my
we have to open our heart and speak.
no.
This is a platform to
When
open our heart and speak.
yeah, I was doing my PhD from IIT Roorkee, and up to my MTech, I was in Kolkata only. So after that, leaving my family, I was there alone. Different culture in UP, you know.
Yes.
But I have very good friends. But during PhD, as you know, PhDs are stressful. I need like I need very big support from my friends. Like in one of my friend was in was she was doing PhD in psychology. She was my when like with other friends we are talking nonsense, but when I need some real support, I used to go to her. And I was thinking after even leaving completing PhD, I need to be in touch with her or the other psychiatrist, because if that work pressure is also because I was going in R&D only. And going to education seems to be a easy way out. There will be no such kind of mental pressure. But
I really object with this point.
no,
Disagree.
no,
I
no. I
really
will tell you,
Disagree.
Aishwarya, I will tell you something.
I
I
totally
know.
feel the academic industry is way more stressful than any other field, because here you cannot cheat
No,
with our work. I feel everywhere else you
no.
can give excuses. Okay, my work
This is
hours are
what is
over.
interesting.
My work
Okay,
hours
okay.
are over. Internet is not working. This happened, that happened. Health issues. Here, what will you say? You're living in a hostel. Your professor 500 meters away. How will you cheat your work?
That is, see, when you will complete the PhD, when you will be again in the seat of a professor, you will see like something is in your hand. And for me, the position is like that. Suppose a product will be launched, whatever you are, like even if you are having, I have migraine issue, if you have so much headache, you even could not see at your own mobile, then also you have to work, because who will you give excuse that product is going to be launched on that day? So many organizations are there, but I'm not telling you that thing, forget that thing. Okay, profession or anything is okay, but right now my husband is my biggest psychology help. Suppose something is happening in anywhere, I just want to tell him everything. Like even if I want to quit the job, or even if thinking this is a boring meeting and I want to even card someone, I just write him WhatsApp at that time in office in the meeting, and he gives me a easy solution like that. uh, what is it? Suppose I'm not getting a promotion in a something, but I work, it just happens something. My husband will just write, "What is your biggest gift? Think about that, our son." This feel a cool thing. I think that line for 5 times. So don't think marriages or something is so stressful. Yeah, it's stressful. But see, I was thinking professional help, this, that, everything will be needed in later life. But rightly, everything is arranged within family, even within room. So if
Yeah.
you get a good husband, or not husband, a good anyone, then everything is sorted out in life.
This is, I guess, very true, because in our times, or maybe in our future generations, compatibility will be in terms of this only, that with somebody who listens. Like, I have seen an interview where Katrina and Vicky were like talking, and then Vicky said that like Katrina said that Katrina like just vents out whatever happens in the day, and Vicky is a patient listener. That is all a woman wants these days. Like, whatever problem is going on, she'll keep talking, and somebody is just there to listen, like effectively listen, and that's it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
that
that
In a
way
house, only one
carries.
should be the leader.
Uh,
And let's choose who is going to be the leader. That is the best solution.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, so first question, what I've decided for Sujata is how much do you rate your profession out of five?
Out of 5, it's 4.
Okay. Imagine you have been appointed as a Ministry of Women and Child Development. What will be the first step will you take?
I really want to work towards northern part of India to promote uh, girl child education. Suppose some kind of extra advantages I would give, because I have seen them from very root position, like what a girl have to go through in the northern part of India compared to our side, means western or eastern. We get many, like we live a life almost like a boy, whatever we want to do in way we want to do. But in some part of say Haryana, UP, have seen girls have many foundation, mean, like even though like they are at the same position with me from IIT, we are getting a very high package job, anything. But then also life is so much routine wise, like family rule it in a different way for them. That start from a very childhood. So I want to give them advantage in terms of, say, so suppose higher facilities will be given to the girl child, although there are policies, but those are not that much executed. So I want to work on that
Yeah,
front.
that's a very good thought process. As you are from West Bengal and also right now you are in relocated in Chennai, right? So,
Yeah.
do you find any differences, gender differences between women or the child, girl child especially? Have you seen any
um,
differences?
I cannot comment on that, because actually I live in a society where all are like professors, doctors. I couldn't go outside very much. So here everyone gives equal like equal kind of behavior to both child. I can't say that a girl, but uh, I have seen, although it is a part, I think in southern part, that every parents have 2 or 3 children till now. They don't believe in single child thing. So I don't think it's for a girl child and a boy child for these things. That is their own culture. That children should be there. So that I only see that people have maybe 2, 3 girls then a boy, or 2 girls then a boy. But other than that, I don't see many things.
Okay, one more very controversial question that I'm gonna ask. Do you believe in dowry system, or if yes, should we stop it or we
I
should
don't
keep
believe,
it?
Aishwarya. You won't believe me. I don't want to. One of my friend, like at the time of, like they were couple during their undergrad. They are from UP. I came to know them during my PhD. And see, they are couple from undergrad, and they will give dowry to the way what a arranged marriage is usually takes. I tried to like stop them in so many ways. I even talked to their parents when they came to our institute. I told them, why auntie, you know the girl, you know the boy, like why you needed she, but it in their like roots. I even heard that from the girl or boy, we don't want, but see, it is custom. Society will tell what is given to the like to manage the position in society. If people have wealth, they will show them off to everyone as a dowry. So I don't want even uh, like I don't believe, but I cannot stop it from like if it needs to be stopped, it needs to be stopped from those families who are like making it a culture. They need to come upon, like otherwise it wouldn't be stopped.
True, true. Actually, nowadays, if you see, this is one of the biggest problem, and from the dowry system, the marriage begins with a dowry system, not with the faith, not
Yeah.
with the other understanding. So, because nowadays the things are changing, but still, in other way around, the things are still are getting tied up. And if yeah, I have seen many people, getting divorces, and like I have many other states. I don't want to mention that because of this dowry system. Why
Hmm.
only women has to pay for it, right? So why not men? So still there is a point of not equality is not maintained, right? So anyways,
Yeah.
that's a different debate, but anyways, thank you, Sujata,
Thank you,
for this
Aishwarya.
answer. Okay, next, yeah, Divya. Dr. Divya, are you ready?
Yes. Yes, please go
why
ahead.
why it's so like volume is not coming up?
No, no, volume will come in all the answers, don't worry.
Okay. So, first of all, are you proud to be a woman?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What
Absolutely,
makes
yes.
you proud to be a woman?
I think I strongly believe that women are more powerful in every aspect that God has created. Though we are not physically strong than men, but apart from then, when it comes to managing things, when it comes to endurance, when it comes to persistence, when it comes to nurturing, there is no way we can tell that women are less than men. I think I will say that women are far ahead in all these aspects than men. I think that makes me really proud to be one of them.
Yes. Now, next hunting question is imagine that you are being appointed as the Ministry of Human Resource Development.
Wow.
What will be the first step will you take?
I think, India is growing a lot. A lot of technological advancements are happening. We are actually sending our satellites on moon on the other side, or other black side where nobody has actually reached. But still, if you will, talk on the ground level, you will see that the unemployment and the nature of job that people are actually getting is still not really the way it should be. There is a lot of gap. So it's a responsibility of the government to work on both the aspect. Just like we teacher does that in our class there might be like weaker students and the strongest student. What we do is we try to make stronger students even stronger by giving them some extra material, but at the same time we look into the weaker part where we can help and support them in a better way. The same thing government has to do. They have to actually work on
I
ground
have made even
realities.
government, by the way. I have made even
Yeah.
government.
So yeah, so I think once I'll be a part of that, I will work on those ground levels. See, advancement is happening, which is very much witnessed by everyone. The whole world knows that what India is doing. When I'm in Vietnam, people talk about India so good. They always say that, oh, you are from India, you are, a kind of country where technology and all these skill sets are considered to be highly, accepted by the people. But the reality is something that still the gap is there. Still, the people are not being getting what they actually deserve. Still, the skill gap is creating problem not only for the people but industries as well. They are not able to find the right candidates. So, ground level skill development, I think that is the first thing that I will do for sure. Second, I will work a lot on entrepreneurship just to make sure that people are ready to, come up with their own businesses and generate even more jobs. And third, definitely, I'll create some exclusive policies for women and women development so that they can actually go ahead in both the fields, whether it is entrepreneurship or non-entrepreneurship. Yeah, this is the thing which I'm going to do.
That's great. Okay. So what step will you take further to promote women employability, especially for the
Ah,
women employability?
so you mean that what should I do next to build the women
For the women.
employability? Yeah, I
Yes.
think the first thing that we need is women awareness, which is where we actually have to make sure that women understand that why employability is required and they start doing it for themselves. Okay, this is not something that will always work in a push manner where you will ask them that do this, do that. They have to understand themselves that what exactly is good for them and why it is required at this 21st century. So awareness is the first thing that I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to organize a lot of programs where I can offer them a different skill set, even at a very sponsored price or maybe free of cost, where they can actually get an opportunity to come and learn new things and which they can actually utilize in their employability as well as entrepreneurship.
Thank you. Thank you, Divya. Now over to Dr. Shomi. Ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, 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 yes.
Can you guess any question? That what can be the question? Any guesses?
No.
All right, then that's good. So first of all, you are a professor, you are a researcher, you are a mother. So how much do you rate your profession out of 5?
4.5.
Why that 0.5 gone? Where?
Because actually the culture where I basically used to work, especially in India, how the profession you are looking, sometimes few of the person are thinking that it is a 9 to 5 job, but actually it is not like this. So in previous time, when we have seen few more batches was but a lot of activities, life projects are going on, different motivation required, especially for this generation who are mostly having some non-patience factors in between them. To handle them, we need a lot of things we need to do apart from our teaching area. So some more kind of change is required in the entire system that we can have a better academic background. The implementation part is quite less, I feel
Yes,
personally,
yes,
and that's why many of the times we feel there is a academia and industry gap which are there.
which are there, definitely. So there's a question. How do you balance your teaching responsibilities with your research endeavors?
So first of all, the teaching profession is also nowadays it has been changed, and especially I am from computer science background, and I have seen that previously how we used to teach the students. So the basic are coming out from the conceptual things. So people are and the students are more believing on the hands-on things, because at our time when it was very difficult to get a particular note or any study material for this particular topic, now it is a challenge to handle the students even, because they are getting too much content and which one to study, which one not to study. So making the entire work in a very attractive way, and at the same time how the research whatever we are doing, so this is not for the publication of different papers. So only you have to just encourage your students in this way that we are becoming the engineer or like this, so we are doing the research, how we can contribute your society. So that connect need to be there. So by doing some of the hands-on experiments and by contributing the society, you can encourage those students.
Okay. So, how do you see the role as a professor contributing to the advancement in the science and technology to the society? Not to the student, but to the society.
Yeah, that is, there is a problem actually we have, and the gap is actually there. So first of
Yeah.
all, when being a researcher and being a professor, we are trying to, apart from our teaching, we are trying to do the research. So to complete, to give a completeness, definitely from a, point of scientist and from a point of researcher, we need to bring a deliverable product. When it comes, definitely for a research based product, we need the help of the government fund, especially which are not too much fund we have. And especially after COVID scenario, the research grants are very much cutthroat, so enough fund we don't have. Being an Indian researcher, many times we have seen that we are collaborating with different professors of the world in different countries. They are comparatively having more grants, so now you feel that having so much capabilities also, when you are trying to your team is entirely ready to give a particular product which can be patentable product, from where you can get a grant from the government, and then you can just coming to the marketing section and you can deliver a good product in terms of any society service. So that gap is actually there, where we have to also divide our just contribution some of the other sense. And also in other sense, we can say with respect to the country, I'm telling you this, but in the other way, there are, after COVID also, the situation is really very good, as online platforms are there. So without traveling, especially for the women, those who are having so much responsibility at home and managing all, so without traveling also, we can communicate, we can collaborate with a lot of researchers who are outside of India. So I am in connection with many of them, and especially we can do some of the research work which are getting the patents are getting filed, and we are also getting the grant to having the collaborative work. So these are the two aspects I'm telling you with respect to the country and personally being a researcher.
Yeah, this is true that COVID has bring a huge revolution in our daily life or even a professional life as well. Because as we can see before, the things has been more digitalized. Before we used to invite people or make collaborations, it takes so much of time. The things has completely changed. I agree with this. And we have one more questions for you. Are there any specific areas of research or a topic that you are currently exploring or interested in exploring?
Yeah, basically I have in last few months I have tried to check out different sort of working in graphology. Basically, this is a part where we can assess the different sort of human characters by their writing itself, and gradually how we are becoming older with our age, our handwriting getting changed, and how much maturity, how much experience we are gaining, and that entire thing, what is going on in my mind in my regular life, so it is having an impact in the writing. So, and how you will make can correct yourself, there are also some rules and regulations. This sort of therapy also has come, that where we can do this sort of how, say for example, how I am writing different alphabets. Maybe this is showing that whether I am a very rigid kind of person or very much inclining person, so how to make it correct. So these are the few things what you can learn. So what are the changes actually required which can help me myself, or that for self development. So that are the things I am trying to learn. And as I used to work with different sort of predictive analysis work, so this sort of character assassination from the handwriting, so these we are trying to do work on it.
That's excellent, ma'am. That really excellent. Actually, what actually we have seen nowadays that do you believe in the system like then future coming future there won't be any particular domain like maybe CSC, mechanical, computer or
Yes, because already this type of approach has been taken by our government, where the NEP system is going to be implemented, which is National Educational Policy, where from the school level up to the college level, so there are subjects should be chosen from different ground. So where I cannot say some of the major and minor subjects will be there. Maybe computer science is my major, so in a minor subject I can take some of the subject from the electronics domain also. So
Yeah,
this sort of combinations are going on actually, and just
national
this
education
sort of
policy.
initiative has
Yes,
come.
yes.
Yeah, that is NEP has been passed in 2020, but all over the India, all the state till now have not taken it, and currently from the school level, all the CBSE board is also taking the initiative, and it has also reached into the college level. So the strategy are going to be changed in somehow. And one thing this should be happen, because from our time when I was in college and before my seniors also, we have seen that once people are going to study EC, AI, EEE, or whatever the biomedical engineering, everybody is coming to the IT. So now the days has come that everybody will be learning a lot of things and try to give a different sort of implementation to the society.
Right. Very true. Very true. Yes. Now over to Janani. Charles. Janani, are you ready?
Issue. Yeah, ready.
Hi.
Shoot.
Hi. Hi, and before starting to this rapid fire round, I request my audience that if you're watching this, so if you have any questions, so just write on the comment box. So very shortly, we'll be taking up that last round, and then finally we will wind up the session. So, Janani, are you ready?
Yes, shoot.
Sure, sure. Okay, so how much you rate your profession?
Profession, I would say 3.5.
Very low. Are you not satisfied with your job? Are you not satisfied
No,
with your work?
why, let me tell you why. Because the complexity of, like, we are in corporate, right? Not like we have come across all the doctors here. So they are having IIT background, the level amount of knowledge they have, and where they are now utilizing their knowledge and the development. It's really good. I'm so surprised and I'm so happy to see that women are doing a great job, and how they are developing themselves. Not alone that, they are also being helpful for the society, and they are setting a great example for others to get inspired and be. And here in corporate, we are getting amount of work, like of course we are getting it from US. I think that we have more knowledge and more capabilities over here that has been developed for the years. So if we receive more complex kind of work, definitely we have a capability, and government are keenly looking into developing it, and we certain trainings being given every now and then. If we get more complex work, then we will get a chance to prove ourselves and push our limits to a different level. That is what I'm feeling. So there is a long way to go. We are here now. I'm so glad we are here now, but there is a very long way to go. Get more ground level of facilities and capabilities set over here as well.
Yeah. So, Janani, how have you ever faced any gender bias in your career, or how did you handle it, if any?
Yes, there is, right. Some sort of, somewhere in our lifetime, definitely we would have felt, right. If we were a boy, I would have done this differently. I would have given this extra opportunities. Yes, that kind of thought. But nowadays, I can see, like, we are in our 30s, so definitely the change is there. Society is changing. Women are empowering, and a lot of opportunities being given to us as well. Like Sujata has told, we are from I'm from Tamil Nadu, of course. We are from south, right? So I am a middle kid. There are three kids in my family. I'm a middle kid. I'm the first to graduate from my family as well. So were not always easy. So the society will question us, no, why women need so much engineering and all, why it is required. Anyway, she is going to get married and go off from our family, why does she? That's not sure. Questions always arises, but my parents were progressing, even though they were not that much educated. They were progressive, and they helped me to pursue my engineering. And Aishu and I myself met in our uni days, bachelor degree days, and then I during my first job after reaching certain level, and then I was given an opportunity to travel abroad and stay over there and pursue my career as well. So I took that opportunity that time also when society were questioning that you're sending an unmarried kid to different country. I was traveling to Europe.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
You already answered all
Are you sure this is a good idea? Those questions always there, right? The judgmental people around us, they will. If it is a boy, would they raise such question? No, never. But if it is a girl, they will doubt us. They will, society will always have certain, stigma has been always there, but we are bound to that. So then such question arises, but then still my parents were really helpful, and they sent me to Europe, Germany for some months. Only I was given some months of time, and then everybody was questioning about my marriage. Oh, she's going to be get old. No one will marry her after these 26. Yeah, South it is there. I don't know if you guys know that. If you reach 25, then it is like you are there. You reach that limit. So then my father was really worried, and he started giving me a call, like, come back here, it is enough, you should get married and settle down. And I was, I had no idea. We were always like that. We couldn't able to decide on our own all the time. So we have to listen to our parents always. Initially, until marriage, we have to listen to our parents. After marriage, we have to listen to our in-laws and families. That is always there. That independent
agree with
decision.
this point. I don't agree with this. I'm also married, but sometimes I believe that we have to be stick with what who we are. We can't get deflected based on the scenarios. If we deflect from our scenario, then anyone can come today. Your parents today, tomorrow your in-laws, day after tomorrow your kid. So things will be changed, right? So
It is changing. It is
yeah,
changing. But
it is
until we
yeah,
are empowered, and if you are confident enough to make any independent decision making, we have to listen to them to keep the harmony at home. We cannot make our home a chaos and then go on and do something on your own. Then the support will not be there, right? We have to maintain that harmony, and we have to balance it. That is the priority. That is mandatory. We have no other go.
Suddenly, I have one question in my mind. Like, if such kind of scenario occurs, like, take some X conditions, whatever might be. Like, how will you tackle? Because you are want to be stick with your own decision. Because that happens to many women, right? So they want to have a stick to one own decision, and some other people, like maybe husband, maybe mother, maybe father, maybe in-laws and all. So how you gonna tackle? You want to do this, you want to achieve something. On the other side, this kind of things. So how you
By
gonna
making them understand that you can be really productive, you can bring some value, to the society, to your own home, house. How can you set
yeah,
an
it is
example?
not a very easy
I
thing
would
to
like to
make them
say when I
understand.
decided to resume my job after 3 years of break, that was not easy in the beginning. So
True,
not
true.
everybody was, agreeing in the beginning what you're saying. You have such a young kid and you want to start working in a different city. So initial few months, I was like 5 days. It was not the COVID time, right? It was before COVID, and there was no work from home option itself was not there exist. So before that, we had to travel 5 days to Chennai, and then weekends I was traveling back to be with my husband and kid. So initial days were rough. It was not easy at all. So with courage, with a lot of facing everybody was little difficult, and then I were able to cross those difficult times. That hardship pains me off now because I took that difficult step at that point of time. Now, after 5 years, where am I right now? I have become a lead manufacturing engineer, and I'm doing, I have been working on my innovations, ideas. I'm doing a lot of, initiatives in my work environment. I feel good. I feel good. It's not like I'm doing great. I feel good about myself being, more productive, and when I share my testimony with other South girls, where even now the family is not that great supportive, and I inspire them to some extent. I kind of like it. Kind of like it, and I built a house here, and we made a home together with my supportive husband, and he got a job and moved for me, for the sake of me. So the understanding now is different. Compatibility we talked about initially. Even the situation was different also when we work together as a couple, and we make a good team. When we make a good team, we make a beautiful home for our next generation. That is what we do here, right? So that is how I tackled it, I would say.
Okay, Janani, last question for you. As you're from aerospace engineering, so what advice would you give to the other women aspiring to pursue a career in aerospace engineering?
Lot of opportunities are coming. Like previously, when we initially, there were only opportunities in the north. So if when we finished, me and Aisho and all, we finished our bachelor degree. We had no other go. If you want to do something, do job, you have to either travel to different state, for example Bangalore, or somewhere in the north. But that is not the case now. A lot of opportunities are available in Chennai itself, in almost all over the India. We can find opportunities. So people or young graduates who are who wants to pursue their career, it's not the case that they have to travel a long distance and they have to be separated from the family. They want to do something, develop your skills, enhance yourself, and during your grad days only, you just learn other skills like communication, presentation, or a lot of other skills. Learn new tools, and get yourself find yourself a suitable job wherever you want to be placed. Focus, set your goals, set your priorities right, and then work towards it. Definitely will reach some places for sure. If they want to be a good engineer, we don't have to travel anywhere, we don't have to be in abroad. Now being here itself, we can make the difference. That is a wonderful times coming for us. So whoever is willing to do that, yeah, they have to work hard, and of course they will reach their goal for sure.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Janani. And thank you, everyone. I hope we had a very healthy discussion from this session, that there are a lot to know from Dr. Sudeshna. He just left because she just got a patient, so she has to go. And Pallavi, she got a appointment. Just now she messaged that she couldn't able to come to our meeting. She apologized for that. So again, we'll have a good gathering and network. So, we can open up our heart and we can share our thoughts. This because, as I have said, there's a motto of uh, this event is to, inspire other women, those who are out there. They want to think something. I have seen many entrepreneurs. They want to do. They have a skill, but they hesitate to come forward, right? So what is your take for that? Like, what makes them fear? They have a very good skill, but they are unable to come forward to present it. So what it can be? Divya ma'am, can you say a few words
Yes,
for that?
I think I should take this. So, this is very general thing which I have witnessed in many people when they have a lot of ideas and they actually
Mhm.
get fear to go and present it in front of anyone or maybe start something by themselves. And that's where ideas die. And I think 90% of the ideas die just because nobody actually take it further. But this is very obvious actually, because all those ideas that has been taken further, in which also we have seen that 90% of the entrepreneurship fails in their initial 2 3 years, and that's why they're scared that even if they will think about it, even if they will take it further, even if they will start working, there is the chances of success is just 10%. But what they have to do is they have to start doing it. They have to make sure that ideas are not smaller or bigger, how you actually implement it, how you execute it, that is what make you successful. Because I have seen people have stolen the ideas from different countries, just like Uber, just like Airbnb, just like many other, and they have started the same kind of business in different countries, and then they are successful and they are giving a big tough competition to the actual owner of that idea as well. So the courage is something that we have to take up. We have to start working on it without thinking that what will happen if we fail. But the key to this is to have a calculative risk. If you will put up everything on stake, if whatever money or whatever savings you have, whatever reputation you have, and you will just think like, oh, it's going to be successful, this is what I need to do, then it will be difficult. But if you will take a calculative risk, take smart decisions, take the help of right mentor, and then if you will start doing it, the chances of success is definitely high. And once your idea is successful, there is no stoppage, because the bigger companies are growing in a smaller pace as compared to the startups what they are doing right now. So there is no substitute of being a startup itself. It itself is a star already. So by I think by taking calculative risk, help of mentor, and smart goals, that is going to make every idea successful.
Thank you, Divya. There was one of our questions were there, same because we got in offline this question that I want to do something in my life, but I fear in my heart that what this people is gonna tell about me. I am not a good speaker. I'm not a public speaker. But if I see their skill, they're really good. Good in the sense like mind blowing. We will very hard to see those kind of skills, but they have a fear inside. I think I have seen these things even in our student. They are very good, but they fear it to come in front, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think those who are watching this, they will take up this point, and that's how there is no such questions yet now. So anyways, then we can wind up the session discussing that. Uh, in the final, I would like to know a few things that how you felt about this session from Sujata. Okay, I think Dr. Shomi ma'am.
Yes, this is really happy to share some time with you all, and especially I never had an interaction with any of you before, and we all are from different platform. We are having different expertise domain. We all are in the working domain, and especially also we have a personal life. So every time, what priority we have to give to our life, we are gaining some of the experience from our friends, from do. But above all, being a woman, we should every time keep our self-respect high every time. Otherwise, you cannot hold your self-respect by yourself. Everyone will not give you the value, starting from your family member, if it is your relatives, if it is your professional colleagues, everywhere. So, and we should not be too much biased with other decisions. Every time we should not be get dominated by others, whether it is a male, female, anyone. So we have own voice, we have own words. So be confident, take a decision in cool mind, and all the best to all of you, and all the best to the listeners even.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Such a like lovely words. Janani, some few words.
I'm super happy because we get a chance to at least connect like this and celebrate in some ways. Like from my home, I think nobody had wished me. At least I got a wishes from my corporate end that WhatsApp is flooding with their messages. But personal side, still we are not celebrated much. Maybe things will change
Something
eventually.
about our success, because if nobody is there, you should like celebrate it. That's how
Yours.
that is your achievement. That's how I believe.
Correct, correct. I also would like to, celebrate with homemakers. They are doing a wonderful job being at home. Also, they are building a home for themselves and for their future generation. So everything which we do add certain values. So I'm so glad today, with this session we added more values, and I'm so happy
Thank
about it,
you.
and being a part of it, and learning from other great women in different field. Definitely whoever is going to watching this will feel or will be get motivated in one or other way. I really hope for that. So that is a success of this session. Thanks for the
Thank
opportunity.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sujata, I think Sujata is not there. Okay, no problem. Divya, few words.
Yes, so thank you so much, Aishwarya, for organizing this and bringing us all together at this platform, and sharing our stories and getting inspired by all these women. I think I really enjoyed it being here. And on my last note, I think I would like to give a small message to every girl who is here, every woman who is here, because one thing I have learned in my life, that is being courageous. So the first thing that we have to do is to bring up the courage to see the dream, because this is what not girls are doing actually. So be courageous to see big dreams, then be courageous to make sure that you start thinking about it, working for them, and be courageous to step out of your home and make it happen. And that's how you are going to live your dream life. And this is what I have done. I have learned from this that courage is something that can bring everything to us. So, all the very best, everyone. And let's celebrate this womanhood every day, every single day. And that's
Thank you. Thank
what it
you.
should be. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, first of all, accepting my invitation in a very short notice. Actually, in last 2 days, I was thinking I should do something for Women's Day. So I was unable to crack like what I can do, what I can do. The moment I figured out, like I was, like, oh my god, like if I invite this time, will the people will gather up? I want to gain because my motto is to connect different people from different discipline because each one of has their individual lifestyle and their struggle. I would like to bring them, and so I can bring that to the other people, so those who are like hiding inside, so to bring their courage out, right? So yes, Sujata is here right now. Sujata, yeah, last few words.
Yeah, it's very like once again happy Women's Day to all of us. Actually, every day is a Women's Day for
Yeah,
all of us. But at least one day it is celebrated worldwide. Maybe many women who doesn't get the uh, appreciation for any other day, they get this on that day, so it's very much needed. And thanks Aishwarya for this kind of initiative. I never met these people, like even would have not have been met in my life. That's why, because I only know you, but it's very encouraging to hear everyone's life story. At least I am very much impressed from Janani, because many times due to work pressure, I thought, okay, let's take a break for a few years with a child. It's becoming very difficult to manage everything other than family support. But then who are in the higher positions, the women, they always tell me don't quit, because these things will pass alone. You have to and I don't have the courage like her to like once I go from this place and I resume back after few years, maybe I can't or that thing. But yeah, her story is very inspirational to me. I hope I also encourage someone in some way, cause but my story is not that much encouraging, like Divya or Janani. But I heard some
everyone
good
has
one.
a story, believe me, Sujata,
Ah,
everyone's
obviously,
life is a
yeah.
story.
But I just want to tell a line that I read someone, that great things don't come without within your comfort zone. That is very true in life. Not even personal relationships. within comfort zone you can't get great things. For that you have to stretch in some way, and every one of us is doing that in our field in any way. Yeah, thank you
Excellent.
Aishwarya, and all of you
Excellent.
for
Thank
such
you, everyone. Thank you once again. So, for making this event a successful one, I hope every woman out there have watched us, have learned something out of it, and any other. If you have any issues being a woman or being a female candidate, please do let us know. We will try our best to support you, because we are having one society for women on behalf of Innova World. We are working for it, especially to empower women candidates. So definitely, whatever we can do from our side, we will do our best. And thank you once again, our valuable time that you have given us today. The 2 hours, it makes a much difference in your personal life, I know, but you have took your 2 hours of time for this particular event. I'm really grateful to all of you, and thank you once again. And please, future, if we are conducting some events, I will expect your support in future. Please, ma'am, be with us. Shomi ma'am, Shujata, Janani, Divya, right? Thank you, and stay connected.
Thank you, all of
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Thank you
ma'am.
all.
Thank you.
Once again, happy Women's Day.
Thank you.
Okay,
Same to
ma'am.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye
Bye.
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 Thank you, everyone. Bye. So, thank you, my audience, for supporting me, and hope you have enjoyed. Hope you have learned something out of it. Janani have discussed so many things about her life. Dr. Sudeshna Mukherjee have said psychology, the mental health, how it is important in our daily life. And to be a researcher, to be a professor, whether it's engineering, any other field, everyone have its own personal life, and how you balance it, that is the most challenging. And never ever quit because you can't do it. Face it and find a solution for it. So definitely you can do something great in your life. So anyways, thank you everyone, my viewers, my dear ones, and once again, happy Women's Day.